Hi, Lachlan McVie here from the Populist Party. So the way the Populist Party works is we get the policies from you. So we could go out, we could go door knocking, we could talk to strangers on the street and try and get policies. That's very time consuming. So we think the best way to do it is jump online, get as many people as possible. So the way this works, we're going to have a problem each video. We're going to have suggestions to solve the problem. If you like the suggestions, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the suggestions, put your suggestion, the better suggestion, and why it won't work or will work in the comment section below. If you like a suggestion below, give it a thumbs up, and we're going to have a look through. The Populist Party will get its policies from you, the people, by the people, for the people. That's how it works. So today's problem is house prices in Australia. Oh my gosh, this one's a big one, guys. It's massive. It's a huge problem here. Okay, unless you've been living under a rock, come on. The house prices here are ridiculous. Young people cannot get in to the housing market, and rental prices are going crazy. It is literally creating an underclass of young people, and it's just not on. It's un-Australian. So to give you an example, house prices have basically been growing at 3 times the income, but for decades. And if you were to buy a house today, compared to the 1980s, the deposit for a house price today is as much as an entire house in the 1980s, with reference to how much income. Okay, that's adjusting for inflation and everything else. That shows you how crazy the house prices are. Okay, the deposits today are as much as the entire house was back then. Okay, that's how bad it is. All right, so let's dig in. Why is that? Why has this occurred? People say house prices are worth whatever people are willing to pay. Well, that's fine, but we're not in a perfect market. So we're in a distorted market. That means people have to pay more than what it's worth. And why is that? I've got a few reasons. Negative gearing, okay? That's tax breaks for rich investors, okay? That incentivizes investors getting in so that they get these tax breaks. Who pays for that? The taxpayer. So the taxpayer are paying wealthy investors for investing and making more money. It's completely un-Australian. It's ridiculous. The next one, immigration. Oh my gosh. Everybody likes immigrants. My wife's an immigrant. I'm descended from immigrants. Look, this country is built on immigration. Nobody's saying we don't want immigration, okay? Everybody's for immigration. But what's going on now is ridiculous. You just can't have this. You can't have, the entire population of Canberra coming in 12 months. It is obscene. It's ridiculous. Okay? You crush loading this country. That's why the rents are so high. House prices just barreling up. You're just increasing too fast. There's not enough housing here. It's ridiculous. First home buyer grants. This is a scam, okay? The government always goes, oh, we'll help you out. We'll help out these first home buyers and give you a grant. All that does is increase competition in the market and drive the house prices up. So the first home buyers end up paying more because they're competing. It's just creating more competition over limited supply. It's a scam, okay? Next thing, the restricted supply. The council, it's a racket. The council's here, all this zoning and everything else, okay? A farmer will own a block and they'll sell it to a developer. They can't build more houses because they're not zoned properly. They sell it to some developer, and the developer, has their mates in council. They rezone it. He puts 1,000 houses on it and makes 10,000% profit, selling off building 1 million houses on there and selling them off individually. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's a racket. And the councils need to be stripped of that. If you buy land, you can do on it whatever you like. It's as long as you're disposing of the waste properly and stuff like that. I recently saw this thing. This news article. Some poor lady, has gone and bought a block out in the bush, and he's out there with a son and a partner, and they've put a yurt out there, and they've got a trailer that they're capturing their septic tank waste, and they get that taken away and pumped out properly. So they've got solar panels for the power. They've got water that they bring in on the trailer as well. What is the problem here? What is the problem here? They live in a yurt. Who cares? They're not hurting anybody. The council's like, oh, it's not safe. Let them take that, okay? If they take on their own risk, we're going to make you homeless. We're going to make you homeless so that you're safe. Are you joking? You should listen to yourselves, okay? Zoning laws, they just get rid of them. If you're a farmer and you want to build 5 houses for all your 5 kids on there, cool, do it, okay? That is zoning. If you want to build a block of units and subdivide, do it. Do whatever you like. It's your land. Do what you want. Next thing, the trade shortage. Okay, they've made it so difficult to get a trade in this country. It's so hard. Okay, young people. There's people that want to be tradespeople. Let them do year 11 and 12 like an old trade technical college. They do learn it there, and then they do 6 months on the job at the end as a capstone. Let it go. Relax it, okay? So that there's more tradespeople and there's no shortage of trades. That way, people want to build something, they can. There's tradespeople out there. The price of trades, everything, it's just, yeah. Anyway, after this happens, houses being built, people are living where they want to live. Australia is a massive country. There's no shortage of land. It's ridiculous how big this country is. There's no shortage of land. People can build on it if they want. Come on. So we've gone through this. What's going to happen then? House prices will come down. What's going to happen then? The banks are going to get into trouble. What's the next policy suggestion? We let the banks who have recklessly lent to people collapse. Okay? If they've made all these bad loans, that's poor business decisions. We're not going to the government does not bail you out, okay? You collapse. The bank collapses. Okay? And if all the banks collapse, and there's no more banks, the state will make a bank, and that will become a lender. And that's where you can come to. It's not like we're not going to say there's no more banks, and if new banks want to start up in their place, so be it. It's going to send a message to all the rich people that think, oh, you can just recklessly lend money. What else will that do? All those people that have these obscene mortgages, the debt's forgiven because the company that they're paying back's gone. So they don't have to pay anything back. That means they're free now to go and spend money, and the money they earn they can spend. Okay, that's the suggested solution. If you don't like it, I want to see in the comment section what you've got, how we can fix this. Okay, if you don't think there's a problem, I want to hear it. If you think there's no house problem, there's no house bubble, there's no ridiculous house prices, I want to hear it. I want to hear how good the housing market is in this country. Anyway, thanks, and we'll see what we come up with in the comments section. I look forward to it. Bye.